In this video, we take a look back at the thrilling career of Enzo Maccarinelli.
Good shots. Oh, cracking left hand as Lates got through the ropes.
Really turned into a monster. That's a human monster. That's it. There's no other word for it.
A human monster.
Enzo was a pure power puncher with a highlight reel packed full of knockouts. Almost every fight he was in turned into high drama.
Nice right hand, the legs have gone. Where's he going? Oh, he's all over the place.
What made him so special was that even in defeat, his fights usually ended in brutal knockouts.
Many times throughout your career.
I think it's very teamy.
Win or lose, Enzo was one of the most exciting fighters to ever step through the ropes. Let's relive his career and all of the unforgettable highs and lows.
Well, it's good that he's got youth on his... Oh, cracking shot. Left hook, side of the head. Semishka down in the first round.
Beautiful double hook there from Enzo. When you're hurt against a puncher like him, the script rarely ends well.
No count this time. This time he does go down and it's over.
That final shot was savage.
From Enzo Maccarinelli.
Valeri's nose looked wrecked, and honestly, he might still be carrying the receipt for that punch today.
Still hasn't pulled himself together, but it was a good shot to the nose. I think there's a bit of damage there.
Yeah, I wonder if he's broken his nose.
Enzo went into this one chasing the WBU Cruiserweight title, but things nearly went off the rails fast.
Portsmouth and looked pretty electric doing it, but he's caught by a left hand and put down. Welcome to the big league. Scott has got Maccarinelli all over the place, and I'm not sure he'll be able to come back from that. He's dizzy, and his legs look like spaghetti.
Yep, it's going to be very difficult from that.
He got absolutely clobbered with a left hook and was chicken dancing all over the ring. It looked like there was no way back. Scott was built like a tank, a legit big puncher, and most guys wouldn't have made it out of that moment. But Enzo dug deep, steadied himself, and started firing back with his own artillery.
Oh, great right hand! He's got him there, the leg's buckled. Now Maccarinelli turns it all around.
He carried nukes in both hands, but that left hook was his crown jewel.
Now where he's looking strong and start putting in some good shots.
Oh, cracking left hand as Lates got through the ropes, and I think that's the end of the fight. It is. Don't bother with the count. It's a coronation night for Enzo Maccarinelli.
Scott slipped the right hand beautifully, but Enzo stayed sharp, whipping through with a textbook left hook. The shot detonated, and Scott was left wrecked on the canvas. All kinds of problems written across his face.
The jaw. And a nice 1-2-3 combination, and that's how they've got to be thrown. You might miss with the first two, which he did, and then the third, a peach.
Well, reminiscent of Joe Louis. Laid through the ropes by Rocky Marciano all those years ago, that picture.
Enzo Maccarinelli.
Andre came in as a tough, durable fighter, the kind of guy who was supposed to push Enzo and test his limits. Instead, Enzo turned the fight into a one-sided beatdown.
His way into it. Using that long reach, but there's the power from Maccarinelli.
Treating Andre like a heavy bag in the gym. The pain on Andre's face as he crumbled to the floor told the whole story. He was in absolute agony. What made it so impressive was how Enzo picked the lock on Andre's high guard. He spotted the gap straight up the middle and ripped through with a savage uppercut, a punch that ended things in brutal fashion. Earl made the long trip from South Africa to challenge Enzo, but like so many before him, he got the usual treatment.
It's good left hand, he's hurt him with that. It was a left hook, and he's hurt. The South African wants to cover up, and Maccarinelli here is trying to power home the punches.
He absorbed some absolutely brutal punches.
Yeah, cover up, trying to buy time.
Oh, the right cross has sent him down. Great shot from Maccarinelli.
And thankfully, his corner showed real compassion by rushing in to stop it. There was no need for a count. The fight was over. Enzo's shots just thud differently. Every punch looked like it carried serious damage.
And right through the guard, and Moraes wanted nothing more of that as he sunk to the canvas. Big right hand, good punch. He's proven he can take them out with the left hand or the right.
And this was a guy who arrived as the South African champion who looked a reasonable fighter.
And Earl was left in visible distress on the canvas after the onslaught. Gary Delaney came in as a proven domestic level puncher, eager to trade leather with Enzo.
Yeah, I can't see it going to 12.
But toe-to-toe with Enzo is never a good idea. This time it was the bodywork that made all the difference.
Oh, great shot again. The left hook, he thought of going down and taking respite, then thought better of it, Delaney. But was it a smart decision? Because here comes more. This time he has to take a break from it all. It's the left hooks to the body. They're breaking him in half.
Delaney had a granite chin and could take punishment upstairs, so Enzo wisely shifted the attack downstairs and absolutely crippled him with vicious shots to the ribs.
A tough one, but he just managed to suck it in and keep himself in there.
It was a smart, disciplined performance, showcasing not just Enzo's raw power, but also his boxing IQ. He was still marching forward, right on track to become the #1 in the world.
But they don't want to do that. No, he stopped it, Dave Paris, and I'm glad he did.
But when you can punch that hard, you can end the fight at any time.
Enzo came out hunting for Jasper right from the opening bell.
Let's see. That looked a bit like a slip there, but he's got a right hand. Caught him around the up. No, it was a right hand.
Caught him high, Ian, caught him a little bit.
He showed sharp counterpunching skills, slipping and firing back with precision. Jasper absorbed some heavy shots, and that uppercut looked downright painful.
And then covering up a little bit better. There's that right hand cut. There's a great left hand to the body from Maccarinelli. That's doubled up Christensen, who might do very well to get up from that. 6 is the count. 8 is the count. 9. It's going to be a knockout, is it? He doesn't make it.
But in the end, it was the trademark body attack that sealed the deal. A perfectly placed left hook to the liver folded Jasper in half. His elbows weren't tucked in, leaving his body wide open. And against a body puncher like Enzo, that's a fatal mistake. You need a rock-solid guard. Otherwise, it's only a matter of time before he buries one into the ribs and shuts you down.
British Boxing Writers Club voted him their Young Boxer of the Year.
Rich was a part-time model who'd acted alongside Robert De Niro, and he came over to the UK thinking he could pull off a win against Enzo.
I'm eager to win, I'm hungry to win.
Enzo, meanwhile, was on track for a big fight against world champion Johnny Nelson.
Slick, young, he's got it all go for him. Old, fat.
It didn't take long for Rich to end up looking like the proverbial heavy bag in the gym.
Don't want to make any mistakes early on. Good shots going in. The body shot, the left hook was a...
Did he feel the body shot about 10 seconds?
He simply wasn't at this level. Check out how Enzo counters him with a sharp left hook here. Textbook timing.
Lamontagne clinging on desperately, goes down again.
Obviously, it had an effect all over the place. Lamontagne can't find his feet.
The second round offered no relief for Rich. And seriously, do Enzo's punches just look excruciating or what?
Well, he's pulled himself together quite well, but another great left hook.
Cracking shot from Maccarinelli. It's laid on in the round again, but can Rich Lamontagne get through this? He's wandering all over the ring, shaking his head. Legs have betrayed him once again.
All he has to do is bait an opening, wait for Rich to charge in undefended, and that lethal left hook does the rest.
You know, their legs look old and wooden, and you know, Maccarinelli's beating him to the shot, and when he does, he's got that power, and there just doesn't look really a way back for Lamontagne.
Predictably, the same sequence plays out again in the next round.
Suddenly he starts throwing the punches again.
Left hook right on the button. Somehow, Lamontagne stayed on his feet.
By the third, the fight had already become uncomfortable to watch.
Hard. But Maccarinelli right hand, absolute corker of a shot. And he doesn't know where he is as he's taken back to his corner.
Right in front of him and you're taking everything.
Look at the right hand to finish the round off. Tremendous punch
to his feet. And continues to try. That left hook, though, was another beautiful shot, and Dave Paris says no more. That's enough. TKO, round 4.
The stoppage was well judged. Rich was the type who, if left to his own devices, would have kept fighting until he physically couldn't. The referee had to step in to protect him.
Job, and sends a message to the better cruiserweights out there.
Enzo threw a brutal double hook to finish things off.
But you can't take punches like this. He wants to act and model. You're not going to do it after many more fights like this.
Well, Enzo, dramatic as always, but you were surprised how easy that was.
I was a bit.
The Enzo versus Johnny Nelson fight was shaping up nicely and seemed destined to happen soon.
Does this pave the way for a Johnny Nelson fight? Is that what you're after next?
You know what I mean? That's a fight I've been after, and everyone knows the reason why.
The point, they just... That's a beauty, Will. There's a point in that one.
Oh, what a right hand, and that was travelled right through to the sole of his boot. Boot guy doesn't know what's hit him.
It looked like Roman's favorite song hit on the dance floor, and he couldn't resist busting a move.
The public would like to see, but that was a beautiful right hand. I thought maybe he was forcing the punches at that stage.
You definitely don't want to be hurt in front of Enzo. Every punch is loaded with near nuclear power.
Has knocked everything out of Boo Guy. He might be ready to go here. Mickey Van, the referee, looks closely into his eyes. The pole covers up, but the fight is stopped.
Mickey Van, a top-notch referee in peak condition, jumped in at exactly the right moment to stop the fight and protect the fighter.
Everyone knows I like the left hook, so I decided to show him a bit of a right hand tonight.
Enzo dispatched his next opponent with alarming efficiency.
Cruiserweight. And already, good body shot, right hand, and Heineken is down. He's taken the count in the opening round.
To remain in this ring for much longer and take that kind of punishment.
Marcelo tried to rely on the old-school Archie Moore cross-arm defense, but it backfired spectacularly.
Uppercut, right uppercut did it. What a peach of a shot from Maccarinelli. Just when the fight looked as though it was starting to flow away from him, he has produced a great shot, and the fight's all over.
That technique is meant to shield you from uppercuts, but Marcelo's guard had gaps. A thunderous uppercut slipped through, and down he went like a massive oak in a storm.
Look at the reaction of Joe Calzaghe.
Bobby Gunn was as game as a badger in there, but he was completely outmatched against Enzo.
Outpunched and outskilled at this stage. Big right hand down the cross, and the referee signalled a knockdown, the touchdown. And Gunn's got a smile on his face.
That first knockdown should have ended it.
Seconds to the end of this first round, and I'm not sure that he's going to see it through to the bell. Here comes Maccarinelli again.
Gunn is outgunned. He just doesn't have the arsenal as Maccarinelli just tees off. It's all over.
Big right hand, that's it. The fight's over. Right hand from Maccarinelli.
I was relieved the stoppage came before he got completely flattened.
Turned into a monster. That's a human monster. That's it. There's no other word for it.
Enzo faced Muhammad next, and the anticipation for this fight was through the roof. The stare down alone was enough to make your stomach turn.
Shake hands, boys. Good luck, you both.
This Francis fight. Oh, he's gone down. He's gone.
Muhammad got taken out brutally by one of Enzo's shots. He claimed it was an illegal kidney punch, but it looked perfectly legal to me. Really, he was just outgunned and left hurting on the canvas.
Left hooks to the body. There was only one result.
Enzo stepped in against David Haye next in a blockbuster British cruiserweight clash. Haye was all talk, and the build-up had sparks flying. Both men packed serious power, so it was clear this wasn't heading the distance.
On the Joe Calzaghe, Jeff Lacey card 2 years ago. Big right hand by Haye. Maccarinelli is rocked in the corner, and he goes down.
Enzo got caught with a long-range right hand and couldn't recover. And yes, the chicken dance was very much in full effect. Enzo came back to the ring against Ellis and wasted no time making his intentions clear.
And again, and Ellis is hurt in the opening seconds here in the first round, right to the body, and he goes down.
Ellis was doubled over after taking a series of vicious body shots.
Wait, but his precision is spot on.
There was no escaping Enzo's power. Listen to the thud of that shot.
In the headlights, the body shot going in.
And another one, and that could be the end. The finisher. Will he get up from that? He's in desperate pain. He looks at Carlins in the corner. The count alternate. Bravely, he gets to his feet. Was some rehabilitation from the David Hay. If
Maccarinelli come, Maccarinelli duly came.
By the second round, it was obvious exactly what Enzo had in store.
Waiting for the shots, and you can guarantee they're going to come from Maccarinelli.
The elbows are up, again body shot, this time in the second round.
Those body shots sounded like Ellis was getting pounded by a baseball bat to the liver.
But Ellis was open to those shots, and the main thing, Ellis didn't throw anything back.
In his next fight, I had Enzo comfortably ahead against Ola. Enzo came in as a massive favorite. Ola was experienced though, and he wasn't going down without a fight.
There are really dangerous times for him.
He's going through a bad spell in this round. He's wilting a bit. Oh, and there's a right hand. Is that going to finish the argument? Maccarinelli clambers to his feet with a count at 7, but he's all out. He looks exhausted. It is stopped. And the 20-1 on favourite has been shocked and stunned.
This knockout was absolutely vicious. Thank goodness the referee stepped in when he did. Even while winning, Enzo started to show signs of fatigue. A brief lapse in concentration cost him dearly.
That time we were actually waiting for that to happen. It looked as though it was on the way, didn't it?
Yep, you could see it coming. He was wilting. It was almost as if there was a leak in the petrol tank and it had all gone. And
in his next fight, Enzo faced a tricky southpaw. Notice Dennis countering cleanly with his left hand.
Почти год выступает. Сейчас пропустил. Смотрите, пропустил Maccarinelli. Ответный удар слева.
Dennis hunted Enzo down, unloading serious power shots. Enzo took some huge left hands, and it looked like he was in real danger of being flatlined.
Я, честно говоря, не узнаю Maccarinelli, хотя, конечно, случалось ему проигрывать досрочно, но посмотрите, насколько британца удар россиянина.
The stoppage was the right call. Enzo's eye had swollen badly from those lefts. It just showed he was missing that extra edge when facing world-level opposition. His face told the story. Dennis really put him through the ringer with those punishing left hands. It looked like Enzo might consider hanging up the gloves after coming up short at world level, but he chose to keep fighting.
No, trafił jak do tej pory bardzo mocno w tułów Czekusa I już.
His comeback fight ended predictably. The opponent simply couldn't handle Enzo's punishing body shots.
Ponowny cios w tułów. No I niestety pierwsze liczenie. Enzo Maccarinelli to doświadczony bokser. A w lewym prostym przymierza I kolejny prawy w tułów.
Drugi knockdown I koniec. Szepnął precyzyjnie.
Enzo traveled to Russia to fight Kotlebey for the vacant European title. It was an absolutely brutal performance. Most expected Enzo to be the sacrificial lamb. Kotlebey looked completely stunned, like he didn't know what hit him. That uppercut was one of the most brutal you'll ever see. Kotlebey didn't know what planet he was on, and the referee made an excellent stoppage. This was a huge win for Enzo, putting him in line for a world title shot with just 1 or 2 more victories. Enzo defended his European title against unbeaten German Alexander Frankel. Frankel had movie star looks and looked like a solid fighter, but Enzo was expected to handle him comfortably.
Rechnungen waren andere, aber mit diesen Aktionen, so wie hier, hat
I thought Enzo was ahead going into the 7th round.
Den Titel hat in den Rahmenkämpfen bei Kaisagi, aber er zeigt, dass ein wirklicher Champion sein kann. Trotz des Alters von 30 Jahren. Hier gegen den jüngeren Mann immer noch gut dabei und wird jetzt klasse getroffen. Sehr gute linke.
Enzo loves throwing his left hook, but Frankel had an exceptional left hook too and wasn't afraid to trade. The fight should have been stopped at this point and clearly over.
Und das Gefecht wird nochmal eröffnet. Jetzt muss er sich über die Zeit retten, aber er hat keine Chance gegen die krachende Linke von Alexander Frenkel.
Frenkel absolutely dismantled Enzo. I thought the referee should have stepped in to protect him. Frenkel was like a stone-cold killer in the ring.
Nach diesen kann das vielleicht der Anfang der Geschichte sein, dass man sagen wird, in dieser Nacht, hier vom 18. September.
Knockout Frenkel. I don't think the referee did him too many favours in this by allowing him to continue as well. And that's a bad knockout.
Yeah, that was the Marone and the Finnish referee lets it go on from here. And to be honest with you, he let it go on too far, because what you're going to watch now is properly X-rated. You shouldn't have to see this too many times throughout your career.
I think it's 18 these days, Steve,
yeah,
but
exactly.
I'll give you X-rated.
Shoot, I didn't even know that. But, I mean, you know, Enzo there's too brave for his own good. He's had a few months out, but he has been, as I said at the top of the programme, Jim, he has been talking for 9 or 10 months that I'm coming back as a light heavyweight.
There were calls for Enzo to retire, and I agreed, but he just couldn't quit. He came back for one more attempt.
Gentlemen, 10 rounds or less. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Enzo dropped from 200 pounds to the 175-pound division.
And I just think it's been unfortunate with the shots that he has been caught with.
That's a good left hook, which causes Morosis to stagger, and Jeff Hines has stepped in, stopped the contest after a follow-up right hand caused him to sag and buckle into the ropes.
He was going to be carrying heavy power at this weight. I thought the referee did an excellent job here. The opponent was about to get flattened.
Kid's legs went. The right hand that followed up was a nice, stiff, straight right hand. You know, the kid maybe could have took a count, but you know, it's the referee's discretion, isn't it? It's what he wants. That's a lovely left hook that's landed there. The kid was gone, and the right hand won't have done him any good. Trying to, as you say, pay something back and get there and teach them your wealth of experience, what you've picked up over the years.
Oh, the body shot did it. Delayed reaction, big right hand to the body. Healy goes down.
You know a guy is hurt when he goes down off a delayed reaction like that.
Second round.
Healy's feeling the effect of those body shots now, John.
Big time.
They're coming in. You can see him expecting every one of them now, wincing every time they go.
The towels come in. The towels come in from the Healy corner.
Healy's corner threw in the towel, and it was probably a wise choice. He was on his way to getting knocked out. Enzo challenged for the British title next. Keep an eye on the time left in the round here.
A bit of the pride that was sucked out of him with all those stoppages.
Oh, Maccarinelli down! Left hook did it! And down in the first round! The McPhilbin fans go wild! The counts of 7-8! Ian John Lewis having a good look at Enzo Maccarinelli. Down with the left hook in the first round. Oh, does he know where he is? He doesn't know where he is. The bell's gone.
47 seconds left.
There's 47 seconds left in the round.
What's going on?
Well, that is all wrong. Maccarinelli didn't know where he was. The bell...
To give the first 2 minutes of that to McPhilbin, John. Just. I mean...
Enzo was seconds away from being stopped, but the bell rang. A timekeeper mistake. There's absolutely no way he would have survived if the round had continued properly.
John Eva. Well, I really don't know what this timekeeper is doing.
He recovered in the corner and came back strong. Enzo outboxed McPhilbin over 12 rounds and claimed the decision.
And the new British Cruiserweight Champion.
Still, the win carried a question mark. He had been saved by the bell in round 1 with 47 seconds left. That timekeeping error effectively cost McPhilbin the fight. Enzo faced the hard-hitting McKenzie next. With so many knockouts on his record, fans were genuinely worried for Enzo's safety. Then came the stoppage.
A lot of energy into these opening rounds.
Yes, is Orlando
Surely this cannot be stopped here. If he stops that is a nonsense. He stopped it. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I've seen some bad stoppages in a British ring, but that one takes the biscuit.
Absolutely absurd. The referee looked completely lost. It was a terrible way for a fight to end. Enzo had his hands up and deserved the chance to continue, but the ref jumped in anyway.
Very bad stoppage, and like I say, I think Ian John Lewis has admitted he's made a big mistake. Look, you can see the look on his face there.
Well, Enzo Maccarinelli is talking to us over the top of the ropes, and he's furious with that. Yeah, he took some, there were a couple of big shots went in, but you look, he's clear-eyed there, and there is no way that should have been stopped, no way.
Honestly, it's one of the strangest stoppages I've ever seen.
It's a solid right. Last round, it's only a 6th rounder, this one.
In his next fight, the referee stepped in with a compassionate stoppage. The opponent was taking relentless punishment, and there was no reason to let it go on any longer.
It's been waved all over.
Next up was a rematch with Mackenzie. Mackenzie is dangerous in the first 4 rounds of any fight thanks to his legitimate power. After that, his stamina starts to fade. He's very muscle-bound and can't keep the pace. Enzo fought smart, waiting for the right moment, and in the 11th round he made his breakthrough.
Left hook followed by the uppercut, and now Mackenzie's suddenly looking disorganized.
Oh, that's it, John.
It's all over. It's all over. It was the left hand that did it, the uppercut.
His vicious trademark uppercut froze Mackenzie like a statue.
The left hand.
And it wasn't really a shot that Enzo thrown. He hadn't thrown a lot of lead left uppercuts, and Mackenzie out on his feet there, and the referee might be stepping in to save him from any more punishment. Mackenzie on the...
Mackenzie was incredibly lucky Enzo didn't take his head off while he stood there defenseless.
I think I broke my nose early in the first couple of rounds, and I was struggling a bit of breathing.
Courtney Fry put up a brave fight, but it soon reached the point where his head was being treated like a pinball.
Oh, he can't take shots like that. Right hand, left hand, the towels come in, and Richie Davis has waved it all over.
Faster. Maccarinelli, prima, you know the rule. I want a clean fight. Listen to my comment, okay? Good luck.
Enzo was clearly past his peak when he traveled to Germany to face the world-class Bremer. Bremer, a tricky southpaw, immediately made life difficult.
Kann sich sehen lassen. Probleme wegen des Auges.
Remember Enzo's struggles against southpaws like Dennis? It played out all over again here. Early on, Bremer's left hand was landing consistently. Enzo couldn't find an answer, and his eye began closing almost immediately. Once it shut, he couldn't see the punches coming, and the attacks kept piling up. Members of the crowd visibly winced at the sight of his swollen eye.
Sehen Sie oben am rechten Auge, wie auch natürlich Uli Wegner und Arthur.
Enzo tried to counter, but the damage made it nearly impossible. His trainer warned him he'd pull him out after the next round if things didn't improve.
Right, you've got 1 round. You've got 1 round to do it, because I'm pulling you, right?
Das ist eine Runde noch, wenn es jetzt nicht klappt.
Enzo gave it his all.
Job machen als Berufsboxer. Natürlich hätte aus der Ecke ein Hinweis kommen können. Man wusste das Herz von Maccarinelli, der wird nie.
But when it became clear the strategy wasn't working, the trainer wisely stopped the fight.
Von Maccarinelli wieder in die Ringpause und in die Ecke hinein, aber ich glaube, jetzt müsste doch das Signal von Gary Lockett kommen und seinem Freund hier vor weiteren Schaden bewahren.
The eye damage was extensive and there was no reason to risk more.
Bremer jubelt in diese entscheidende Phase, genau hier, der ersten Runde hinein. Vielen Dank an unseren Regisseur Volker Dres. Gary Lockett ist lang genug Boxer gewesen. The Rocketman, auch 32 Kämpfer als Berufsboxer.
Wait for the opportunity. He's going to detonate them bombs. Nice right hand. The legs have gone. Where's he going? Oh, he's all over the place. There we go. Short and sweet from Maccarinelli.
The opponent is complaining, but he probably doesn't realize that he was chicken dancing.
Well, the referee had any option but to stop the fight. He with himself. His legs just betrayed him when he hit that right hand.
Enzo took on an old, flat-footed Roy Jones in his next fight. Old Roy didn't have the speed or reflexes that he had when he was young. He got hit way more now, and that wasn't good against a puncher like Enzo.
Oh, нехорошо. Рой заигрался.
Roy was badly hurt by that uppercut. He can't slip punches at this point. All he can do is stand there with his gloves up.
Maccarinelli в атаке. Вот и все.
This was a brutal knockout.
Сам в этом виноват. Он позволил противнику делать то, что он хочет. В лучшие свои годы какая печальная концовка. Да, друзья.
In the final fight of his career, Enzo challenged for the European title.
Enzo can see it too, that's why he just held fire for a while.
Good left hand there from Kuchar, and Maccarinelli was unsteady on his legs and he's down. Good 1-2 there from Kuchar, and Maccarinelli is down. And I think that is probably that. I'm afraid to say it, but he's never going to get back to his feet from that. He's been caught in the first round. Gary Lockett is waving the towel anyway. This fight is over. Enzo Maccarinelli.
This was a painful experience for him. Kuchar's punches were just too tight and compact.
Just drops the right hand a little bit. He didn't do too much wrong. Just he's got so much power, and so he wants to knock you out when he throws that left hook. So he swings a little bit wide. Kuchar stayed nice and controlled, to be fair to him. Kept his concentration. And this is the second left. The